Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Catching the curb here for Curbstone Coaches, DJ Yoakley and my friend Chuck. Always a pleasure. Yesterday, I'm going to start here. Yesterday, I walk in. I've got my Pittsburgh swag on, right? Felt a little bit unprofessional. Felt like a fanboy for the first time. And then I see you. You've got a full-out customized jersey, a Pirates hat. I felt like we were brothers from another mother, my friend. It was awesome.
I've been a Pirate fan for a long time, DJ, so I couldn't resist wearing it. But I want to talk a second about yesterday,
Yeah.
DJ. Um, Maybe you'll appreciate this, and Bob will too. I've always been a Leo Sayer fan,
Okay.
but after yesterday, I'll think of Leo Sayer in a different light than I've ever thought about him before. And for those of you that weren't there, please get a hold of somebody who was there so you can hear the story Greg Brown told about Leo Sayer.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable and a funny story. And I'm going to get into the list of upcoming speakers too. But one thing I want to mention, Bob mentioned our website.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, it's thecurbstonecoaches.org. So you can visit the website. You can get a list of our upcoming speakers, which I'm going to talk about. You can get a list of the inductees. You can get a list of the charities that we do donate to. You and Bob brought that up too.
That's huge.
But anyway, let's get into the speakers, DJ.
Go right ahead.
Next Monday, February 12th, will be Doug Kaburski. He's the YSU bowling coach. He is very, very dynamic. This guy has like degrees upon end. Very, very intelligent guy, but he just loves his job. He's taken them to the NCAA tournament, I think 2 times now. He's done a great job. He's a very dynamic speaker. So it's someone, obviously I say this about everybody, but it's someone you don't want to miss.
Sure.
And then on February 19th, we have Brittany Bissell.
From 21.
Sports anchor from 21. She's going to speak on the 19th. On the 26th will be Colt McFadden.
Okay.
Son of Paul McFadden, and I don't want to downplay what Colt does. He's an assistant athletic director at YSU, and it'll be nice to hear about his current career and his past career as a kicker with YSU. And then on March 4th, kind of a unique speaker, we're going to have Trumbull County Sheriff Paul Monroe there. And
The sheriff.
the sheriff, yeah. And we've kind of suggested to him we want it to be sports related. So what he's going to talk about is sports in relation to his job as a sheriff.
No kidding.
So it'll be a little bit interesting to hear him speak. And then on the 11th, we have Champ Summers coming, and he's a local radio sports personality. He used to call all the talk shows, and he hosted some talk shows in the area, so it'll be great to hear him speak. And then a longtime friend of Curbstone's, and he's spoken here a few times. We haven't had him in a few years, but on March 18th will be Stan Boney. And I think he probably needs no other introduction. Everybody knows Stan. Everybody's seen him on TV. But again, he's currently one of the news anchors at KBN. And then on the 25th, we will honor any high school state champions that we've had over the winter season.
Wow.
So anybody that, like we entered South Range and Cantfield last year,
Yep.
we'll do that again for any winter state champions. And then on April 1st, we will have Nate Miklos. He's the newly named YSU lacrosse coach.
Oh, wow.
We've had the lacrosse teams there before, and he's just a new coach for them, but they're always very interesting to hear a sport that I don't know a ton about.
Yeah.
So, and they educate us every time they come. And then on April 8th, I don't know how Bob does this, but we used to have President Tressel speak on President's Day. Well, the last couple of years, and including this year, Bob is able to get Joe DeRosa, former NBA and NCAA official, and if you realize that, that's Final Four, or it's not Final Four.
March Madness.
It's the night. It's finals
Yeah.
night. So he always gets Joe to speak that day,
That's awesome.
which gives us a little precursor to what's going to happen
Yep.
that night. And Joe's very interesting. And then on the 15th, we'll have YSU football coach Doug Phillips to recap the spring game from the day before and recap what's been happening football-wise through the spring. And our last speaker that we have scheduled, this will take us through the end of April, would be Rob Harris, who is actually, oh, you know what? I messed up.
That's
DJ.
okay.
Rob Harris is the YSU lacrosse coach.
Yep.
And
Nate Miklas is the
Nate
golf
Miklas
coach.
is the golf coach.
Yep.
See, you should have got me.
No,
You
that's
should have
okay.
corrected me. I just read my notes the wrong
That's
way.
okay.
But anyway, Rob Harris is the last guy that we have scheduled. We'll have 3 more times in May. We'll skip a Memorial Day weekend, and then we'll do any of the Spring Champions in June. We don't know how many days that'll take, but then after that we'll break for the year. But we just don't have the May guest scheduled yet. So
That's a full boat, my friend.
that's a full boat.
That's a full boat.
I
Exciting
don't think
stuff.
there's anybody that you'd want to miss.
I know,
So,
not
yeah.
one. No. So, and the other thing is, I learned yesterday, you don't have to be a member to show up at these events. Every Monday, you look at this, you show up about 11:45, quarter to 12, you get a good meal, you buy some raffle tickets, you sit and you hear some great stories, and then you have a chance a lot of times to sit with these speakers after and kind of shoot the breeze.
Yeah, and again, that's some misconception that you have to be a member to attend or you have to be a coach to attend, and that's not true, as you just brought up. And again, what you just brought up also, I don't think there's anyone that's not stayed afterward to give any one-on-one conversation to the people that have attended the luncheon. So how many people did Greg Brown talk to yesterday?
Oh,
DJ?
I mean, it was a long line, and I was just fortunate to feel like I'm thinking, you know what, it's going to be the guy before me, and he's going to take off. He stayed for every single person, took a picture with me, retweeted it on his own on his own Twitter. The people that you bring in, I think, I love because they're impactors, they're influencers, but they're also great people, and that's the difference.
Exactly. They're a lot of fun. So
Great seeing you again, Chuck. Thank you so much for the information. As always, thanks for the opportunity with Greg yesterday. That was phenomenal. Dream come true. And certainly thanks for sitting down with us here today.
And we'll see you next week.
I'll be there.
All righty. Thanks, DJ.